An investigation is underway after 70s soul singer Cuba Gooding Sr. was found dead in his home. Let's get you caught up on that story for today's ET Update. And here with me, share more details, is Entertainment Tonight's senior news editor, Jennifer Peros. What's up?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. All right, so what do we know about what happened to Cuba Gooding Sr.?
So we don't know that much just yet. That's why an investigation is just being started today. So the LAPD confirms that Cuba Gooding Sr., of course, the famous father of Cuba Gooding Jr., was found dead in his car, actually, not his home. He was found on Ventura Boulevard in Los Angeles around 1:30 yesterday, slumped over in his car, dead on the scene when paramedics got there. And reports are saying that there were drug paraphernalia and alcohol containers in the car, but we don't know just yet what exactly happened, and that's what we're trying to figure out.
Have we had any reaction from his son?
Not yet, but he actually was filming today in Toronto on the set of his new movie, A Life in a Year. So even though his father did pass away yesterday, Cuba was at work this morning.
Wow.
Now, of course, we're not sure. Everybody deals differently with grief.
Sure.
We're not sure if he maybe is heading back to LA tonight. He wanted to finish the workday off, or what his plans are. But yeah, really mysterious, weird, lots of clues, lots of details missing. But I'm sure in the next few days, once the autopsy is performed, we'll figure out exactly what he died of.
Okay, we'll be looking forward to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's another story that is sort of mysterious, and it's not as tragic and as sad as somebody passing away. You have an update on Richard Simmons, who, it's funny that he's back in the news these days because, no offense to the Richard Simmons fans out there, but I haven't thought of him in like years.
Have you listened to the podcast, though? Where is Richard Simmons? It's incredible.
No.
I mean, this thing has gone viral. It's gotten millions and millions of views.
Is it his podcast?
No, it's actually a bunch of other people trying to figure out the question, where is Richard Simmons?
Oh.
He hasn't been seen in public in 3 years, Vlad. This is a guy who literally had made his, his career and his celebrity off of the fact that he was seen everywhere. And
yes,
totally
on
accessible.
my VCR,
exactly.
Which if you guys know what that is,
totally
Google
accessible.
it.
Yeah, but no one's seen him in 3 years in public. We spoke to him over the phone last year, Entertainment Tonight.
You sure it was him?
Yeah, I mean, how can you mix up that voice? But he said, don't worry, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. But on Monday, he actually was admitted into Cedars-Sinai Hospital in Los Angeles, and he had severe indigestion and discomfort eating. So this is a guy who has not left his house literally for 3 years. They take him to the hospital on Monday. He finally gets home yesterday afternoon, and there was actually pictures that released this afternoon of him getting home yesterday. Can't see his face.
Okay.
He's in a baseball cap, has what looks like a full gray beard as well as long hair, and he was walking very slowly. Again, this is a guy who was in the hospital for 4 days. His manager now said everything is fine. Please respect his privacy. He's doing great. Richards actually went on Facebook and thanked his fans, saying, "Guys, I'm not missing. I'm just a little under the weather, and I'm not feeling great. I'm fine." But yeah, it continues mystery. Where is Richard Simmons?
What happens to this podcast now that he says I'm not missing? I mean, so you and I could every day you could come here and give me an update on what's going on.
Every single day. All right, so there's so many conspiracy theories that his housekeeper and his maid, Teresa, who's been with him for over 30 years, has been holding him hostage, has kidnapped him, is trying to steal all of his money, won't let him come out in the public.
That's happened before in the past with very famous people
absolutely.
or very wealthy celebrities.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's just funny that Richard Simmons, who's this guy, the guy who kind of made his name off of being out there and being so
those
vocal.
Little shorts, those little tiny shorts.
I remember as
a child being traumatized.
Totally. And the fact that we haven't seen his face in 3 years, something's going on.
Yeah. Interesting. Jen Peros, as always, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice weekend.
You too.